Okay, back in Northeast Ohio, how good does it feel? How good does it feel, Ty Walz, to be back?
It's sweet. I mean, I went and hung out with my Meemaw the other day. Got to see my dad. The Browns are second round of the playoffs, so
We beat the Steelers. We beat the Steelers 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, it's a good time to be here, and while I love Colorado Springs, I can't go see my Meemaw in between workouts there. So this is premiere for me.
Okay, so where does everybody live? Where did you grow up, and where does everybody live now in Northeast Ohio?
So, I mean, you're gonna talk to some other people that claim they're from Cleveland here, but they're probably from around an hour. Like, there's people that are from Geneva that probably say they're from Cleveland, but this is an hour away from there. I live like 15 minutes from downtown, in the Brooklyn, West Park kind of area.
West side of West Park?
Yeah. No, not West Side.
I love saying that to people.
No,
you know that's like a joke, right?
No,
West side of West Park is where like all the firemen and the police officers.
That's literally.
Did you know that?
No, I don't live on that side though. I do.
Okay.
It's the eastern.
That's the
side
joke
of it.
though. You know
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
Because I think Nemeth, where West side of West Park was always like the joke.
That's where Hef lives too.
Yeah, West side. That's where all the
West side of
firemen
West
and the
Park.
cops live. And I think Guy lived
He's a
there. Guy
fireman,
Seiko, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Just coming back here, getting really good training.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like to get back here, be able to see grandma, grandpa, mom, dad? What's that like?
Yeah, the contrast between hanging out with like these world-class dudes and getting technique and then going home and talking to my family is completely different. It's stuff that I've probably never been able to do before, and I mean usually it's all just completely separated. But now I get these nice little contrasts, which is interesting. But I mean it's perfect. It's perfect being able to be home and train at the same time.
When did you make a move? When was your last move? When did you move? You're in Colorado Springs, you said.
No,
Just where you trained.
just
you're,
with the
you're down in
camps.
Blacksburg.
No, that's just with the camps.
Okay, but
just
you're in
with
Blacksburg, right?
Yeah, I'm in Blacksburg.
Okay, I thought I was
still.
like, this guy moved. What's
No,
going on?
no,
you
no,
confused
no.
me. But
No,
the
I'm
camp's
sorry.
there,
Yeah,
the
just
training
with the
center, and
camps.
that's shut down right now, right?
Exactly, and that's why we're here. And the Spire
Yeah.
Institute luckily let us come here and do our thing, which is sweet.
So, do you go and see somebody every night? Do you try and go see somebody every night? Do you try and, if you can?
No, I mean, since I'm tested and I know I had it already, I wouldn't normally be going to travel and seeing my grandma and stuff like that. But I will. I'm going to go and see if I can get with my cousin and watch the game somewhere, hopefully at like Dina's Pizza in Cleveland, so we could watch it on Sunday or something along the lines of that. But I'm still focused. I'm still honed in. I'm here for a reason, and I can see my family when I need to. But I'm here to get better at wrestling for sure. I need to.
Okay, so Andy Rovet pulls the same thing as you do. I was like, Andy, where'd you grow up? Andy's like, I grew up in Cleveland. I'm like, no, like, you know, where? Like, I think Avinator's from like Highland Heights, right?
Yeah,
he's
he's
not
he's
from
another
Cleveland.
dude that's
Never
totally
Cleveland.
not say it.
Andy is from East Cleveland.
Okay.
Did you know that?
Like
Rovet is
like
from
Lorraine or
No, he is from the east side of Cleveland.
Oh man.
Like, would have gone to Collinwood. That's where Andy Rovet's from.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I would have went to Rhodes.
John Marshall? Oh, you went to
Rhodes
Rhodes?
or John
so you're
Marshall,
legit.
yeah.
You're legit Cleveland,
Yeah,
West
so I'm
Side.
Cleveland, yeah. So I just say West Park, Brooklyn because
They don't know, but
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah, yeah.
Brooklyn's like airport, Parma area.
That was my
right?
dad's threat whenever I'd come home with F's from Eds. He'd be like, dude, you do this again, you're going to Rhodes. You're going to John Marshall.
So
I'd be like, all right.
what is it like being a full-time senior level athlete? Is this the last quad? Where do you go from here?
No, this isn't. It's not. I mean, that's something that my wife and I always talk about. But this, it's a continuous learning experience. It's a continuous struggle to try and get better. And I'm totally nowhere close to at all what I want to be and what I want to accomplish in this sport. And that's what continues to make me hungry and make me want to do it more. And I mean, it's part of a system. I do intend to go back and coach, so I do feel like every little bit of information that I gain through all these experiences, whether it's a good, bad, whatever it's going to be, that's gonna be stuff I'm gonna make better Hokies with in the future, or whoever I coach.
Yeah, because I mean, it's there's only so many slots, right?
Yeah.
And that's the big thing you probably found out, like right after being a post grad, like, oh man, there's not a ton of coaching slots at where maybe you want to be, right?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta do what's best for you and your family at that point. And loyalty is big to me, and it's important to me. So it'd be cool to do that. It'd be cool to slide back in there where it needed to be. But I mean, that's up to them and up to the universe to kind of figure out.
How much smaller are you now than when you competed at heavyweight in college?
So when I was heavyweight, I was like 245, and now I feel like really skinny.
You
And-
look really skinny, like in front of me right now.
Well, that
I'm
was
wow,
like a
he's
3-hour
shrimp
workout
right
or
now.
something. KJ's.
He looks like a shrimp right. You're not. You're not a shrimp. Let's get that straight. I'm
No.
saying it to your face. You're
No,
not.
I actually haven't.
You
been
look so
lifting
much
too
smaller,
much
though.
either. I know. Yeah.
You
I'm
220?
I'm like lower 220s. Wow. Yeah. But
Do you feel better?
I feel good.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like there's definitely if I just was like lifting, eating, I'd probably get it back up to like 235, 237 range, which I think my wife and I already talked about it. I think maybe next quad towards the Olympic trials, think about maybe going back up to heavyweight at some point. It's fun. It's easier. You don't have to worry about cutting weight. And part of the descent to 97 kilograms for me was, if I'm going to be the best coach I want to be, I got to learn how to cut weight a little bit. I got to know what to tell these little guys if I'm a head coach somewhere, like, hey, you got to do this, you got to do that. So part of that system, part of that trying to further my knowledge in the sport of wrestling, and I figured it out pretty well. I feel comfortable. I feel like I'm an optimal athlete where I'm at.
What does the roster look like right now for SERTC, the Southeast RTC? What does it look like?
Myself, James Green, Nishan Garrett. And
Two
those
huge
are-
power moves, by the way.
Yeah,
Seriously,
Hey,
that
all
means
Jared Frayer.
something.
That's all Jared Frayer.
Yeah.
Jude texts out a blue to James Green, acquires him. Same thing with Nishan. He's in Tennessee, so he trains somewhat infrequently with us, like a week at a time here and there. But goes and competes and puts on an SERTC singlet. So those are two huge gains, and that was just Frayer being just persistent with trying to improve. Just sitting there like, man, we could be better if I just send this message, and then did it. And seriously, those guys are assets. I mean, James Green's definitely the best wrestler that we've ever had associated with our program, within our room, showing technique by far, head and shoulders. He's the best dude that we've had show stuff and drill with our guys. So, and then Sean, obviously, he's a complete freak of nature, has a great perspective on it, awesome guy to talk to, whether it's the mental side of the sport or obviously technical. So people that are going to elevate our guys just by communicating with them. It's sweet.
Okay, final question. Are you original or peppermint? What are you? Are you original or peppermint? Which one are you? Which one are you? Which one are you? Original or peppermint? What are you?
Is this a defense soap ad?
What do you think?
Am I in a defense soap ad?
It's gonna be.
I'll do peppermint.
You're pep? All right, we're
Yeah.
gonna go pep. All right, and it's a high school teammate, right? Gus, a high school team. Yeah. How many years did you wrestle with
However, Gus was like he was either
He's an enemy then.
He was a junior or a senior. He was a squirrel, and he was always cutting so much weight, and I didn't understand cutting weight when I first came into school. I was like, man, why are all these little dudes just mean as hell? Like, don't talk to me in the first place. It just completely blew my mind, and then eventually I realized it's like, oh, he hasn't eaten in like 2 days. That's why he's grumpy.
Because it's horrible.
Yeah.
And then you guys were your teammates in high school, and then enemies, rivals in college.
Yeah.
For just a couple years, though, right?
Yeah, that was for I think 2 years too.
2 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember my first duel against UVA. He actually came out and beat one of our guys when we wrestled at UVA. It was pretty sweet.
You're gonna enjoy the tingle after this workout. You got anything else for me?
No, go Hokies, go St. Ed's, go Wrestling Factory. What's up, Jeff Leonard?
Jeff Leonard's the man.
Yeah, he bought
Jeff
me
Leonard's
lunch.
the man. Is
He
Kid
bought me lunch
Rikers?
yesterday.
Kid Rikers not bad.
He's gonna be a star.
He's getting there. So, all right, Ty Walz, you're the man. Thank you for the time.
Zeb, thank
Go
you.
Browns.
Yep, go Browns.